So this video is going to be real quick. There's another video coming. There's going to be a reaction for a movie, but it's going to be after this one. I'm still working on it. I'm still cutting and editing and stuff, but it's going to be out very, very soon, I promise. Recently, when I go for runs, I just like take them with you, wear them, just in case anybody would hurt you, like you can always punch them. And I'm just thinking, this is not me. Like this violent me is coming out because of this anger. Don't let it come out. Don't let it happen. Today I realized that's actually going bad. This is the problem. Like you have to really be careful what you are doing and what you are thinking, because without realizing it can get the best out of you. I wasn't like that. I want to stay being myself. I don't want to be a person that wants to prove themselves, because that's how these idiots become. They think like, oh, I'm weak, you think I'm weak, I'm gonna show you who's weak. And they use violence to show their strength and everything. The strength isn't here. Right now what I'm doing is strength. Right now what I'm doing is takes a lot of strength to not be afraid of being hurt by yourself, but to stand in front of your fears with a smile. Love, life, sincerity, hope always wins. Hey babes, how are you all? Just want to talk about something of my chest that's been a little bit bothering me, but I have to make peace with it the way I used to. So before going homeless, I used to be such a strong person. I was so fucking strong, to a point I used to call myself a fight stopper. Whenever I went outside, I used to look for any people fighting, so I would stand between people and stop them from fighting. I was such a warrior. Like I was so not scared, although I was by myself, no friends around me. I was so formidable. I don't even remember how I found out this power. I think that I was just playing because I had identity issues. I was playing a person who was always like very, you know, firm and solid and not scared of anything. And I used to play this character. I used to force myself to look people in the eye and like talk my mind. And then it came to me, it started to become natural, and I want to get back to that power. The reason I remember this and I want to talk about it is I realized, so before going to Iran, for those who do not know, or those who know, you guys always hear me mention that I've been bullied every time I go outside for Iran. This includes like all sort of stories. There are people who touched me and like in the groin. There are people who slapped me in the face for no reason. There are people who literally shouted at my face, like, you know, it's like I'm just minding my own business, being happy for families. And one of them, like literally a man, just looked at me and he was just like screaming. I was just like, why do you look like that? Like, that's fine. That's what I'm telling myself. So recently when I've been going out for a run again, my anger started to take trying to take the best out of me. I've been angry again, like trying to just being defensive, which is so fucking sad. When I stand on the, you know, the pedestrian lights, everybody's looking at me, and because of these encounters, I'm very defensive, and I feel like I want to either get away or just look at people. Just like, what the fuck they want? Like, why are you looking at me? At this point, I don't know what to do with myself around people. So it came to a point where it's really, really bad. It came to a point where, do you know these shells that I'm always carrying with me? Hang on. These shells, so these are lucky shells that when I was younger, I went to the beach and yeah, I collected these shells, and they really symbolize freedom, hope, love, and sincerity to me. Literally, I call them that. And when I go out, usually I would wear them just like to give myself luck. But recently I realized they look like knuckles, like you know, the brass, I think they call them. And it came to a point where, oh, the other way around, I even know which ones go where. Yeah, the big one goes here, then the small one goes to the small one. This is actually by accident, but it looks perfectly like that. Anyways, yeah, so I would wear them and I go out. But recently when I go for runs, I just like take them with you, wear them, just in case anybody would hurt you, like you can always punch them. And I'm just thinking, this is not me. Like this violent me is coming out because of this anger. Don't let it come out. Don't let it happen. Today I realized that's actually going bad. This is the problem. Like you have to really be careful what you are doing. And like, yeah, be very careful what you are doing, what you are thinking, because without realizing it can get the best out of you. So I have a waiter knife not a knife, it's like a waiter, a waiter friend is called, waiter mate or something, that I carry with me just in case, because I remember when I was busking, there was a guy who told me, you better carry with you a self-defense anything, just in case, you never know what happens. So I've been carrying this waiter friend knife because I'm so paranoid that something bad will happen. And then just today, I realized I didn't used to do this before. I just realized, like, before going homeless, I didn't carry any weapons with me besides one thing, that was my tongue. And I knew how to talk to people to make them feel like, I remember still how I used to, without fear, I used to tell people, why are you behaving like a 13-year-old? Like, what are you getting out of this? Right now, I don't have this in me, and I need this power to come back. I need it. I know who I am. I know who I want to be. And I have to stay like that. I have to stay this strong person who is not scared to look people in the eye and be like, because I used to be that. And I don't want to carry with me anything that's like, for me, just like, okay, violence, it's bullshit. I don't want to do that. But then again, if you're bullied and you choose violence, those who are gonna bully you are gonna become even worse. Another thing is, because I've been making me paranoid, is I heard a fight outside, and then I looked outside and I saw a drug addict or a homeless person fighting with a person just like for no reason. And then a guy came out of the store, minding his own business. He came out of the store, saw these people fighting. He literally just did that. I saw them, like, I happened to see that. Just like, don't fight. It was just like, standing between them. He really reminded me of me. And then that homeless person beat the shit out of him. And I was just like, if that was me, and I stood up for people, like, tried to, if I didn't mind on my own business, and I just did try to be like that self that I used to, I would have been beaten up like that. But for somebody who was already broken, that's how paranoid I am. Just thinking like the worst case scenario. That's why I carry with me this stuff, just in case. But I'm telling myself, don't. Soften. Trust people. This is the thing. That's why I used to be strong, because I trusted even those who bullied me. I trusted that they won't hurt me. And I was never hurt. I don't know if that was luck or that was the aura I gave, but I want it back. I want to try it again. Another thing is, I found a comedian who also said something like, he's always saying things that people are always against sometimes. And he was in an interview, and the interviewer asked him like, aren't you afraid something bad would happen to you? Like, these haters later would, beat you or, do something worse. And he was like, if it happened, it happened. He literally said that. He was just like, if it happened, it happened. He's so carefree. And I want to be like that. This kind of aura, this kind of energy, when someone gives this energy, you can't help, like, you don't want to hurt them. And I want to be like that. And no more. I'm not going to carry with me or feel angry anymore. I'm so tired, because as we talked before as well in this Starlight Diaries last episode, we did talk about how, like, love or anger make a better drive towards your dreams. And I've been feeling it. Somebody, Nicole, I think she said, anger burns you out very quickly. Even if it makes a good drive at first, I can already feel the burnout. As I turn it into drive, like, the burnout is already happening. And I don't want that to happen. I can use it as one of the excuses why I want to succeed. But I don't want anger to lead me to this paranoia, thinking of harming others just in case if they harmed me. I wasn't like that. I want to stay being myself. I don't want to be a person that wants to prove themselves, because that's how these idiots become. They think like, oh, I'm weak, you think I'm weak, I'm gonna show you who's weak. And they use violence to show their strength and everything. The strength isn't here. Right now what I'm doing is strength. Right now what I'm doing takes a lot of strength to not be afraid of being hurt by yourself, but to stand in front of your fears with a smile. Yeah. Life's so much better this way. Even when I go out with this mentality, this new mentality, the programming, when I go out, even if I'm standing in the pedestrian light or whatever, knowing this, that it's better for me and stronger for me not to be angry, even if people are staring or whatever, just smile. Just see it as a praise, as a compliment. Don't see it as an insult. Just because a lot of people insult you doesn't mean like everybody's insulting you, because in the end, the majority of people are smiling at me when I'm out, or coming around to sit next to me even. And I want to cultivate this harmonious side of me. If I want to be violent, I can be violent. For those who don't know, I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna say it in daily thread. I forgot to actually mention it. This Yokoshima in me, you know, remember when I always told you I thought it was the wild side in me, like it's my drive, like I don't know what this Yokoshima in me is, but I knew what Yokoshima is. It's Yokoshima in me is free will. That's why it always comes to save me in literally times where I needed my free will to take over control. It's not a wild side, it's not an evil side, it's not a good side or anything, it's literally my willpower. Remember I always told you, I don't know, it's the power in me, the drive in me, but I don't know what it is exactly. It's the willpower. Yokoshima is the reason, I used to always tell you all, Yokoshima is the reason I ran away to a new country and everything, and stood on the stage and everything. It's the strength of the willpower. The will of you want to do whatever you can do whatever you want to do. Break all the possibilities and off my chest. I feel so much better people knowing it. And by talking to you all, it always helps me back. So I hope you have learned something from here, and be gentle with yourself and other people. People who have nothing to do with these, who are bullying you, don't deserve this frowning. They don't deserve you making them feel bad because somebody else made you feel bad. Take this pain and turn it to love. I even talked about this before when a group of guys bullied me, and I just turned and smiled in such like a very happy way. They stopped and turned, and I can feel how love can be so much more powerful than you think. That's why I'm not gonna carry with me shit anymore. At least not gonna carry them with these thoughts in mind, paranoia in mind. Because it's ridiculous. It's not good for my mental health more than anything else. And if people want to beat me, as that person said, the comedian, if it happens, it happens. But I don't think it happens. And this is why it never happens, even to him or to me, because it's the good energy that you give off. I think people really mean it when they say positivity attracts positivity, and it's like protects you from harm. There's this Arabic song from a cartoon that I love so much about a girl. Her name is Fulla. Fulla is like a certain very gentle flower in Arabic, a certain jasmine, an Arabic jasmine, if you will. And in the song they say the beauty of her soul is the reason why, or the beauty of her soul is the protection and the shield of what could harm her. It's like literally جمال الروح يغنيها عن التفكير في من لا يراعيها, which even means the beauty of her soul even keeps her from thinking even about those who don't care about her. It's so beautiful. Just like the beauty of the soul basically just protects her from everything, from harm, from thinking negatively about anybody. It's so good. And I want to cultivate that, and I want people to also know that. So please, the beauty of the soul, cultivate it. It's so much more powerful. These shells are for love, hope, sincerity, and hope, love, sincerity. Fuck, I forgot the last one. Dream, love, hope, love, hope, sincerity. Oh my goodness, how dare me? Love, hope, love, sincerity. It's not dream, it's something else. Honesty. Yeah, sincerity. What the hell, wait. I have it on my old little iPod, because when I ran away to Australia, I knew a guy who gave me, for a gift, he gave me an iPod, and at the back of it, he put Yokoshima, me, and he put the words of the shells, love, life, oh my goodness, of course, love, life, sincerity and hope. but my English wasn't good. And before I said honest, I didn't even say honesty. I said love, life, honest, hope. My English was, oh my god. Right now I understand what it is, the sincerity. But yeah, love, life, sincerity, hope always wins. I'm not gonna carry with me the waiter-friendly thing. Well, the reason I also was carrying it is just because I'm always paranoid, just in case, you know, something happens, you get lost, you get kidnapped. It can be handy because it has a lot of different things, like you can screw with it, you know, you can get yourself away. If you get stuck, you never know what happens, you know, life happens. You fall somewhere, get stuck in a boulder, you never know what happens in life. And my running vest is like always, yeah, I would wear it like if I go climbing and stuff. So I'm just trying also to keep this as a thing for myself, just in case thing to carry with me. I don't think I would ever use it for violence bullshit, but it makes me feel so much better that talking to you all about it. So yeah, now you know, and you know the story about the shells and everything. And don't be violent. When you're violent against people, you're being violent against your own gentle soul. Be gentle with it. It doesn't deserve this, the loud you. It doesn't deserve this, you know, screaming angry you. Especially if it's seen a lot of anger growing up. Anyways, I'm gonna go for a run. You care of yourself. Go check out my website. Support me in my cause and mission. If you do not know my story, you can get my books. They tell you about my story, surviving homelessness and everything else. And also I sell a lot of awesome dreamy stickers to do with healing. Please support me, make me happy to make my dreams, to speed my journey towards my dreams and so much more. Yes. And I also sell accessories and so much more. Go check out my website. I offer a lot of things, including love letters that are right by hand. But yeah, I'm gonna see you soon. Bye bye.